Shalom. Shalom, shalom. All praises goes to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Akakwadash. Double honors goes unto the apostles and elders at Great Millstone that have taught me the truth. And much love and peace and blessings goes out to all you hopeful elect brothers that are teaching the word of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai in truth and sincerity, as well as these few hopeful elect sisters that are listening to these videos, being edified, being humble, obedient. So I want to do this lesson in transit regarding the conditions of the battle, because as brothers may know, when you partake in this thing, when I say this thing, I mean of Yahushai's sacrifice, of which is another way of saying believing in the truth. What you signed up for was a form of warfare. You know what I'm saying? There's many layers to understanding what we're involved in, different ways that you can view being in this truth. But one of the aspects is this is a battle. It's a fight, right? Your will to do good on one side, you know what I'm saying? You got the brothers, you got the scriptures and everything like that. But then on the other side, you got the spiritual demon Satan. You got people of this world that try to get you to be on their vibration. And you have yourself in the form of the old version of you that's fighting against your own will, your own want and desire to be righteous in the eyes of the Lord. You see what I'm saying? And when you analyze that chessboard, the most powerful component, the most powerful force that will fight against you is yourself, man. Because that's a gradual process. You see what I'm saying? From the point of when you come into the truth to however long you are in this thing, it's not as if you just, like you know how you dust off a coat that's full of dust, then that coat is revived, and then that's how you shook off the old man. Hell no. It's like you're dusting that coat off about 1 inch at a time. And that's really the process, how the process works between fighting against the old man. You see, because it's like, you know, basically you have a lot to overcome within yourself, man, that you have to fight. Best word is fight, in order to prosper in the truth. Demons that may have played on your mind while you was in the world, like self-doubt, like anger or wrath. Some brothers have a wrathful spirit, and the scriptures tell you that the wrath of man worketh not the righteousness of the Heavenly Father, right? Because it's best to be in a tranquil spirit to let things play out. That's when you can really observe the Heavenly Father working, when you become more of an observer. You see what I'm saying? And it's even within that, it's a balance in between being active and passive when you do things. That's a different conversation in itself. But like I mentioned the list, you have wrath, you have envy. You may have been a jealous type of person, naturally jealous, whether you were jealous over a woman or possessions of other people. Thievery. Hey, thievery is a demon. You know what I'm saying? You may have been a type of dude that could get away with boosting things from the store when you was at work. And you gotta ditch that spirit when you come into the truth and learn how to deal upright. Money situations. You know what I'm saying? Depression, which is sadness. All these are feelings that we're going to fight continuously. Because it's not like at any point in the truth, you just don't fight those demons anymore. You just defeated the demon of pride forever, and then you no longer have to fight that demon. Oh, you just defeated the demon of wrath and envy or laziness and sloth. These are demons we fight every day. It's a constant fight every day from the time you get out of bed to the time you go to sleep, man. That's what we're called to. Because these people in the world, see, they view their lives from a different lens. For them, it's a struggle to wake up and make ends meet, or to make more money, or to do this and do that. From our perspective, it's a fight against the demonic forces, against ourselves, and against people with demons on them. You know what I'm saying? In order to overcome those things and then continue on to the best of our ability, being righteous before the Lord, providing charity for our brothers, reading the scriptures, fasting and praying, doing lessons to edify the Lord's flock. Like when Yahushua told Peter, if you love me, feed my flock. And that statement is easier said than done. You see what I'm saying? For some brothers. Because you got some brothers that's on the level, on different levels. 10 teller, 5 teller, 1 teller. And the brothers of lesser talents have more of a struggle in different areas. See what I'm saying? So it's like, that's why it's so important to be in tune with who you are as that new creature in Yahushua, what he called you to be. Because ultimately, you know, you understand your struggles. You understand your own struggles more than anyone else will understand. And at the same time, Yahweh Shem Yahushai will enlighten you directly with knowledge and wisdom to overcome these things, versus you examining someone else's walk or another brother's walk to see how you're going to overcome. And sometimes that is beneficial when you measure out. Like, you can learn lessons from brothers' stories, and it can hit home on how you should maneuver, and you have brothers you counsel with and speak with. That's a good thing as well. But ultimately, you have to be the one to be the initiator within your own mind, you know what I'm saying, to change your predicament, man, and grow and learn. So the conditions of the battle, going back, if you have a woman, she's gonna be a demon. You know what I'm saying? A lot of brothers be in that complaining spirit when it comes to their women, which is understandable. The scriptures tell you in the book of Sirach how when a woman, when you are yoked to a evil woman or so forth, like basically it makes you to groan among your friends and so forth. But like, that demon, man, you know what I'm saying? It's something that you could overcome. And you got to understand, when you view these things and you see them on the board, you know how to respond accordingly without that emotional turmoil. And you're going to experience that emotional turmoil too, regardless, sometimes, especially when it's your initial time of any particular thing happening to you. You're going to experience that depression, that anger, that sorrow, that frustration, wanting to fucking hurt somebody. You're going to feel that shit, man. You're going to feel that regardless of what any brother tells you. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is regardless of you being, you know, warned about it, you still going to feel that way. You know what I'm saying? Because it's one thing to hear about something, but it's another thing to go through it, man, for yourself. And, you know, as you mature and you wise up in the truth, you start to have more of an analytical mind dealing with these forces, man. You start to understand, okay, you know, I'm at high peak energy at this time of day, so this is a good time for me to do this and do that. This is a good time for me to get a lesson in. Or, well, you know, it's such and so forth. This is a good time for me for the brothers to, you know what I'm saying? And that's more so dealing with the authority figures in the camp when you have, you know, fellowship days and so forth. Okay, this is a good time for brothers to get together. This is a good time for brothers to do this and do that. You know what I'm saying? You start to analyze these things, you know what I'm saying? And these are all the conditions of the battle. These are things that we're going to experience. And for some brothers, it won't be as worse as the next. And for the next brother, it may be way worse than even what I'm describing. But we all have it within us, because we all have Yahushua within us, who he himself has overcome the world. He, through his struggle and through his life, which he embodied in the Gospels and the prophecies written of him in the whole volume of the scriptures, right? The whole volume of the book has shown and reflected that if he be in us, that we can overcome these things too. We can overcome loss in the spirit, loss of money, loss of chariots, which is like your car and stuff, loss of loved ones, because that's all that stuff plays on your mind. You know what I'm saying? When people in the world start fucking with you, for some brothers it's like, they just shrug it off, like they don't really care. But for other brothers, you might have been really plugged in with that. You might have been really plugged in with your family or with certain people, and that it's hard transitioning from that to becoming a loner, which is how you gonna be like 9 times out of 10 when you're in the truth. You know, that's part of the battle. You gotta accept that. And sometimes the Lord will still put you in position, if you have the wisdom to do this, or certain individuals, when you grow and you mature, the Most High will be able to put them back in your life, because now you don't got the wisdom of how to deal with these people without letting them and their behavior rub off on you. And still within that, you should keep that to a minimum. You know what I'm saying? We should, because we don't want to dim our lights dealing with these people, man. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to experience that. You're going to experience health situations, low energy. You're going to be so tired, man. Even when you do a video, it'd be hard to do a video. You're so fucking drained and fatigued and stuff. You don't feel like you in the spirit and the words not coming to you. Like, it been several times where I want to do a video, but I just can't, because I get on video and I just start sounding stupid and mumble. So I gotta stop the video and take a breather and come back to it sometime, a different time, man. This stuff that we experience, because you got brothers that's just hardcore pushing this word, like they all just go into the breakdowns and so forth, which is beautiful. But there are things in between that in life we experience that's all part of this walk that comes with being able to edify. You know what I'm saying? You know? So these are all the conditions of the battle. You know, brothers out there, man, you know, we got to maintain positivity, because, and if you find yourself in that spirit where you feel low, you feel weak, you feel fatigued, you feel depressed, you're angry, you're frustrated in the spirit, you got to seek the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Pray and fast. We should be praying at least 3 times a day. 3 times a day, you putting up them prayers in the Hebrew, praying to the Most High for wisdom, strength, faith, understanding, more charity, more love for your brothers, man. Forgiveness for your sins, because we always sin. You see what I mean? That fire in the spirit. You gotta keep praying for these things, man. You see? And fast. Because when you don't fast, it's a slope that you're diving down when it comes to indulging in things of the flesh. It may just start off as food, it may just start off as women, it may just start off as certain purchases, but then those things snowball, and it takes a snowball effect, and you build up stress, and you build up fleshly desires that's starting to overpower you, becomes more of a factor in your decision making. So when you see that, it's time to fast. See what I'm saying? Buckle down, don't eat, no drink. Then you start feeling, lighter, man, in the spirit. You see? These are all things we got to do, man. And Lord will, this video is edifying for you, Akim. All praise goes to Yahweh Bashim Shai. Shalom.